Hi math people, welcome to this new tutorial for building new activities with some more coding part 2, and if you haven't watched, please watch part 1 as well. So we are going to discuss two codes. First is card matching with feedback, second is with graph input with feedback. So please go to teacher.desmos and go to custom, create a new activity. You can do with me side by side by watching this video. Okay, so let's see what we did in the part 1 briefly. So for example, you have equation 2x plus 5 equals to 9, and if a student enters correct or wrong answer, you will get the feedback. Okay, so with very simple, only one code we used in the input one. Okay, let's see this. So we have the note and input. So in the input we used correct. This numerical value equals to whatever you entered, like the correct answer 2, 3, 4, etc. And the next one we did with graph and with input again. So for example, here a student will be entering slope of the line, and both you and your students will see the feedback correct or not. Student will see the line overlapping and you will see the tick in the dashboard. Very simple. Enter the function, then enter y equals to mx plus 2, the same function but just put m. Then what you have to do with m, it's a number. Okay, number m equals to or semicolon input. So remember to give the name for input, and then correct. Okay, so just say it's correct or not, or what numerical value is correct for that m. Okay, what we can do today, we will do with card sorting activity. For example, a student will match the cards. If you don't use the coding, student will never know that he's correct or not, but you will know student is correct or not. So to have these both things simultaneously, like student and you, what we have to do, we need to create some cards. And then how to create, there are options. In the last option, more, there is sub option here, more card sorts. Create your cards. For example, 2 plus 3, let's see, second answer is 5. Okay, another card, 2 times 3, let's say, and the answer is 6. You can create as many as you want. You can even graph or images, but hit the answer key and create the answer key first. So once it's ready, then this is actually where you need to put the name. So for example, I'm using card sort 2, and then go to that big setting gear, the big one. Okay, and what you have to do, only one code is required here, because we are giving this information on the title. So the title is the one code we are going to use, title semicolon, and then two commands, when and otherwise, because we are putting condition. So when we are going to put condition, like when the card sort 2 dot matches key, it's specific. Matches key is not a simple typing word. Okay, matches key, it's there inbuilt. And then use the inverted commas to enter your message, like well done, go ahead. Otherwise you enter another message, for example, match the pairs, or keep trying, whatever you want, that you can type that message. But semicolons are the inverted commas are important. You can see if a student is matching the cards, it's still cross for you and for student. Student will see well done, go ahead, and you will see the tick. So super easy, only one code, matches key, but you have to give the name. Okay, card sort 2. So I can show you here what I have used, and I will put this activity link in the description, so you can always go and click on that activity and just use it. So these are the benefits actually. So if a teacher is not using this code, okay, so the code was important, card sort 2 renaming, and then the big setting gear was important. The code is highlighted here, and I will put in, because activity is there in the link, so you can see this. If you are using this code, it's a benefit for both, actually, for you and for your students. You will see tick or cross, and student will get the message, well done, go ahead or not. Let's do the next one. The next one is with graph and input, and of course with note, because note we need to create the statement or a question. So 3 articles, and then we are going to see, for example, I have taken the derivative example. So the question will appear, enter the derivative, okay, and student will enter the derivative in terms of x, not in terms of values, only in terms of x. See how? So graph, note and input. Okay, make sure you give your input a particular name, because student is going to enter here, and we are going to give some codes here. For example, input 16 is the name. Make sure it is on math. Then on the graph, you need to edit your graph. On graph, we are going to use 3. One is the function, second is the derivative, which will be dotted or dashed. Third one, we are going to enter in input, for example, x squared minus 3x, and then the derivative is 2x minus 3, but you need to change it to dashed so that student can see the line is matching or not. Now you enter y equals to gx. Okay, don't add slider, so don't hit this, leave it. Now go to settings of graph, and then turn on to maths. Make sure input is turned on to maths. Go to settings. Now g was a function, so we'll write function g equals, so it's a simple function, basically simple function. Where is the location? Input 16 dot latex, because it's not a number, it's a latex. Simple function, the location is input 16 dot latex. Okay, you can see again, so input 16 dot latex, and it's a function, it's not a numerical value. So once you're done, you can preview this. Okay, oh, we haven't entered the question yet. Okay, let's enter the question first. So question will be in the note. Okay, so you can enter by pressing the fx button. Find dy over dx, whatever you want to write, of x squared minus 3x, because this will be visible for a student. See, find dy over dx of that function. So student will enter here 2x plus 1 or whatever. Now there are two options. Student can see the line overlapping if it is correct, but you will never know the student has done correctly or not. So if it is self-assessment, you can leave it like that. No coding is required, only that much is required. Okay, but if you would like to see that it's not wrong, what you can do, go to input, and we are going to use correct option, of course, but before I need to create a function which a student is going to enter in the input. So I'm just giving a name, input f, for example, and it's a simple function, and the location is this or input 16. You can use both, dot latex. Then I'm going to create a key so that I can match the answers. So key is actually a simple function, and then enter what function you need. For example, the function was 2x minus 3, because I'm going to use a numerical value from there. So use the inverted commas and 2x minus 3, close, and then comma, then x again, because it will define what is my variable. And then what we are going to use, correct, but before, let's create the solution first. So another variable, for example, SOLU or answer, whatever you want. Now what is this? We are going to put condition on the input function, what student is going to enter, and the key. So we are going to evaluate actually. So input f dot evaluate at 1, for example, equals to key dot evaluate at 1. Okay, but sometimes one condition is not enough, so we can use one more condition. So you type and paste there, change the x value, so 2 and 2 for example. Now we have defined solution by SOLU. Now I'm going to use that correct when the values are same, SOLU, so I'm going to use that. Now you can see this, if a student is entering 2x, it's wrong for you and for students, okay, but if a student is entering 2x minus 3, for student it's visible, and for you it's not cross. At least you'll know that a student has entered correct answer, so you no need to worry. So input f was a function, simple function, this dot latex. Please pause this place and copy this from the link in the description, and try to use this in different situations. So evaluate at was the key for us. Actually we were calculating the numerical value for the entered function and the actual answer. If they are same, then it's correct, otherwise it's not. There was another method of, or like, to give the numerical value, but that was not reliable, so this is more fixed and good method. So evaluate at was the good command here. So keep trying, learn from the Desmos web page or other sources. Thank you so much.